Hey folks, Justin from Tackle Tactics. We're out on the water this morning, fishing the fresh, absolute cracker morning, and I'm here with Ethan Flowers. We are in the kayaks, and today we're going to follow this bloke around. He's a bit of a gun on the top water plastics for bass and Saratoga. So that's the plan. We'll see if we can get a few tips off him, and also a bit of action. Fish on. With some new colours released in one of Ethan's go-to Saratoga plastics, the ZMan 2.75-inch Finesse frogs, we were super keen to hit the water. The word from local anglers at the launch point was that the bite was tough due to heavy rains, the water level rise and the lake spilling over. But we were keen to spend some time on the water with Ethan to get some tips on targeting this prehistoric species. Weedless Finesse frogs rigged and ready, it was time to get those paddle feet bubbling and gurgling to see if we could attract the attention of the shutdown fish.
Yep. No, tiger.
Phew! Buckle up, mate. How cool was that?
That was excellent, mate, yeah. Awesome take.
Yep, that was right back with this water level rise. There's water right back through past the lilies and up into the trees, and that was a big long cast back in there, eh?
Yeah, back into the timber that's at the back there, and was just burning it back over the top, and he came out and absolutely destroyed it.
That's awesome, eh, when they slam it. And that's the guy that did the job. So that's the little 2.75-inch Finesse frogs. And that's what you were throwing, the new beer run colour, eh?
The beer run, yeah.
Yeah, so beautiful. That pearly top so you can see it real easy.
Yep.
And that nice glittery bottom there that'll catch the eye of the toga, that's for sure.
Yep.
And jig head wise?
2.0 Chinlocks.
2.0 Chinlocks.
And that's what I run on the Finesse frog and the baby goats.
Yep.
I think it's perfect size for those lures.
Two of your favourites, eh? Finesse frogs and the baby goat. And that's the ZMan, so it's 10 times tough. Naturally buoyant as well, which helps to keep it up on the top there like that was then. So Ethan had those little feet bubbling along, blob, 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 blob across the surface. That guy certainly liked the look of it.
He loved it, yeah. He's all over it.
Yeah, pretty cool fish. You've spent a bit of time chasing those guys, hey? Yeah,
I spent probably seriously chasing them about a year now.
Yep.
And been getting into quite a few and some big ones as well.
Yep. Yeah, I just heard about a monster that you'd landed.
Yeah, I got a big 90s model.
90s model, how's that?
At the beginning of the year, so.
That thing's a plank, mate.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
You're saying they're not as pretty as that one though when they get that big?
Nah, they're definitely a whole new beast.
Yeah, what inspired you to chase them? They're a pretty cool fish.
I basically turned around one day and thought, I'm going to just go and target one species, and I thought, Saratoga, like, no one's really doing that. Well, some guys are, but...
Yeah, a lot of it's bycatch for people, hey?
Yeah.
Catch a toga while they're chasing bass or something else.
Yeah, and very much so now for me, it's very hard for me to go and chase bass because I'd rather chase toga.
The take and the jump and all that stuff, eh?
Yeah, and they're very, very cool fish, really pretty and all that good stuff. So.
Yeah, prehistoric creature. We've got this one in the net here, keeping it nice and fresh, so we'll give you a quick look at it, send it back, and then we'll get exploring and see what else we can find. We continued to prospect the lilies, getting cast way back into any open pockets, the rod tip high and the Finesse frogs buzzing across the surface. A light spin combo is the go for casting lightly weighted and unweighted surface plastics, with a favourite being a 7-foot 2 to 4 kilo TT black Mamba rod, paired with a 2500 Okuma ITX reel, loaded with 10-pound Platypus Pulse X8 braid and 10-pound hard Armour leader. The Saratoga bite proved finicky with the changing conditions, and our morning bite window soon came to a close, not before a couple of frustrating near misses. It was time to head back to the launch point, but not without having a crack at a bass on the return pedal. Come on, buddy, come around this side. Awesome fun. Targeting that, there was a little loose patch of lilies here. We're coming into a bit of a bay. There's a loose patch of lilies here and this guy was hanging right on that. Not a monster bass, but he's a good bass. Healthy fish. That's a beautiful little fish. Pinned on that TT Demon's Jighead, 1/4 ounce in a 1/0, 2.5 inch slim swims. That's in the new gudgeon colour. Really nice natural colour. And we've got that jig spinner on there as well for added flash and vibration. If you love your freshwater stuff, that's a great addition to any soft plastic presentation, is that jig spinner for flash and vibration. Not a big bass, but you can see he's nice dark coloured bass from living in the weed. Beautiful fish. Just fishing that just above the weed, so I let it bump the weed every now and then and just keep it moving. Ethan's on the top water stuff, chasing togas, but I thought I'd get a cheeky bass while I'm out here. Hey!
Bass. On the frog.
Sun's a bit higher in the sky, toga have gone to hide, but the bass have come out to play, so that's all right. So that's normally the plan, you get out early after a toga.
Yeah, I like to get out for first light and chase the toga.
Yep, and then a few bass after that on the way back.
Usually, yeah.
So, and that's on the frog again?
That was on the frog, yeah. So
yep.
Just got him here. So, not a monster.
No, cool fish off the edge of the lilies, hey?
Yeah, it's definitely healthy.
And interesting to see you vary that retrieve on that frog as well. You're up on the top a bit, subsurface a bit.
Yeah. So the great thing about the frog and the goats is that you can work them. I'll let him go. You can work them on the top, and high rod.
Yep.
Working them on the top, or you can work them subsurface, so about a foot under the surface.
Yep.
When they're a bit more timid, when the sun's up higher, I usually go more to the subsurface.
Yep, still get your toga occasionally and bass as well, eh?
Absolutely, yeah. So bass are more the bycatch for me, but
yep.
Awesome fun when it's a bit slow.
Buckle up. There you go, don't forget, if the bite gets a bit slowed, let that frog drop subsurface and fish on.
Yeah, beautiful.
With its realistic frog profile and lively kicking feet, the 2.75 inch Finesse FrogZ is a favourite for anglers targeting Saratoga, bass, mangrove jack and other surface feeders. Make sure you check out the new release colours at your local ZMan stockist and online at tackletactics.com.au. Well, there you go, folks, a quick little session out on the fresh. We've had a stack of rain, so a tough bite this morning, but we went out there to catch ourselves a Saratoga, fish on, tick that box, and then a couple of bass on the way back as well. So we had a couple of other opportunities there we didn't convert, but still a cracker morning. What a spectacular morning, mate.
Magical morning.
Glass out on the water, bite a bit tough, but we did get that toga. And you are renowned for catching toga, even in the tough bite. You got one for us on camera, which is pretty awesome. If you could give the folks at home 3 tips to catch a Saratoga on top water soft plastics this summer, what would it be?
I'd probably go with low light conditions, so morning and afternoon. Capitalising on those low light conditions are probably key. Number 2 would be working the shadows, so obviously as the sun goes up, trying to stick to those shadow edges where the lilies and timber are. The Saratoga would congregate around them. And then probably what we learned today was persistence, so just to continue to persist on with your lures and they'll get it done for you, but yeah, persistence is probably number 3.
Yep, just cover water, keep going.
Keep going.
Yep, and when we did find a little bit of action, we kind of found it in pockets as well, hey?
Yeah.
So, if you go out there and work one bank, they might not be on that bank, but
I think
around a bit.
Saratoga are obviously a hard fish to catch and they have funny behaviours as well, but they move around a fair bit. So when you do find them, make sure you try and work that area really, really well because there's usually a few of them around.
Yep.
But sometimes they can be far and few between as well. Yep. So
it was a real tough bite, and and we applied all 3 of those. Persistence this morning, tried a few different banks. We were out nice and early to get that early bite with that low light, and you made that beautiful cast right into that shady pocket in where those trees were. Bang, big surface strike on that.
Awesome take.
ZMan 2.75 inch Finesse FrogZ, so that was pretty awesome. Righto folks, get out there, give it a go, see if you can get yourself a Saratoga or a bass. Don't forget that 3-inch baby goat and that 2.75 inch Finesse FrogZ. We've seen you put them to work so well. Get out there, give them a run and get stuck into that surface bite. Fish on.